Hey y'all, it's your girl Jess Bree coming at you with another video. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. I want to do a story, or I want to do a reaction rather, to a video by Kendra G entitled Once Married Mama 3 wants a man who will be a provider and no cookie until you marry her. Okay, this should be good. Let's want to hear it? Here it go.
Shop the best savings of the season at Raymore and Flanagan's Memorial Day sale. Refresh your home for the summer with up to 30.
Wake up, girl.
Hi.
You got your makeup done.
I do.
Okay. I don't mean to stop it already, but the makeup is way entirely too much. I don't maybe she going to some event or something, but the makeup, if it's not an event or I don't know, a photo shoot or something, I hope this is just not her random everyday look.
You look so cute. What's your name, baby?
Emortia.
Emorsha, where you calling us from?
Oh God. Emorsha. Okay, I know she can't help the name her mama gave her, but I would have changed that name. Emorsha is it sounds I don't even know. It sounds like marshmallow. I don't fucking know.
Right now I'm in North Carolina, but I stay in the Dallas Fort Worth area in
Okay.
Texas.
So you live in Dallas?
Yes,
Okay, how old are you?
34.
I don't mean to stop it again. Y'all forgive me. This is gonna be okay. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let it play out a little bit after this. But goddamn, Kendra boobs are huge. She is blessed in that area. Let me just say that.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a makeup artist and I also am a beauty influencer.
All right. You have any kids?
I got three.
3 kids. How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
14, 8, and 2.
Same dad?
No,
How many dads?
2.
2. Why are you not with the 2-year-old dad?
What happened?
Why are you not with the guy you had a baby with 2 years ago?
She just said she had 2 dads.
Uh, honestly,
Did I miss something?
you grow apart from people, and I honestly think that that's where we were. We grew apart from each other, and I mean it's fine, it's okay. He was,
Okay.
and also sometimes we be toxic to each other, and we don't know how to let go. So I think that's another problem as well.
So you were both toxic.
I've played my part. I'm not at all innocent.
Okay. Now the 2-year-old, is that the only child you have with him, or y'all have 2 kids together?
We have 2 together.
Oh, so the 2 and the 8-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been
I must have missed something. She must have edited this because she never said the ages of the kids. Okay.
married?
Yes.
Okay. To that man?
Mm-mm.
The first child's father?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so what else?
What you mean? What else?
No, I said someone else.
Oh yes, someone else. Yes, I can
Okay.
hardly hear you for some reason. I'm sorry.
Oh, am I low? I hope not. Oh God. I'm sorry if I am. I'm using my mic, but it could be. I probably had it the wrong way this whole time. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Oh shoot! Now you guys tell me. I had the mic the opposite way. I gotta check out the audio later. All right. So okay. So when were you married?
2011.
And when did you get divorced?
2014.
Okay. So all right, and that was a different man, not your children's father.
Right.
Okay. This is Emorsha. Am I saying it right? Emorsha.
Emorsha.
Emorsha lives in Dallas, 34, makeup artist. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius, December the 1st.
All right. Let's do it, Emorsha. What kind of man are you looking for? Why you do that long sigh?
Because I've dated, and the dating pool today is it's hard.
That's not the question. She asked her what's she looking for.
At the dating pool?
Yeah, like dating is hard, and I honestly I feel like I've wasted a lot of time.
Okay, I'm looking for a man with good morals, stability, job, car, house, um, I don't know, church going man. That's the question. She didn't ask you how the dating pool was.
Um, I want someone that's consistent, someone that is not a smoker. I can't deal with the smoking. Um, someone that wants to build. I'm not trying to bring that to his table, and I don't want him to bring nothing to my table. Maybe we can get a whole new table, and
What do
we
you mean you're not bringing nothing to the table?
like, you know how people be like, what you got to bring to the table? And I just feel like I'm not bringing anything from my life to your life,
You're
and I
bringing
don't want you
three
to bring
kids to the
anything
table.
from. Say what?
You're bringing 3 kids to the table.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to explain what I mean when I say that. I'm
Ma'am, you don't even know what the fuck you mean, bitch. You don't know what you mean. When they say, I mean,
gonna
girl.
be honest. I am horrible at explaining things. It may not be the perfect way to say
Well, hot damn. No wonder why you divorced and single now.
things, but what I mean about that is like I'm not looking for anybody that has any baggage. I've gotten rid of my baggage.
No, you have 3 kids. That is your baggage. Whether you want to call it baggage or not. Yeah, you love your kids, but to somebody else, they are baggage. They have attitudes, they have ways about themselves. You don't know how your man is going to mix with your children.
And things that I've had to deal with personally for myself. So I don't want anybody bringing any baggage in the relationship. Like, yeah, I'm not perfect, and I'm not looking for anybody perfect.
Let me say this. Now, I would never consider kids baggage. Let me jump that off. I kind of speak from when I have men on the show and certain things that they say. A man could say that you're bringing 3 children to the table, which they could consider baggage because they're 3 kids, not by them.
Exactly.
Can you understand? Can you understand that
I'm
or
gonna
no?
say when I say baggage, I mean like you got a lot of people that have not yet dealt with childhood trauma. You have a lot of people that have not yet they don't know who they really are. That's what I mean about baggage. Like you holding on to a lot of things. You want to say that somebody is like somebody. I've been in relationships and I haven't had the perfect look. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
What do you mean the perfect look?
The perfect look.
Look,
Like,
look,
yeah,
look.
I haven't had the perfect look. Like, I'm not looking for anybody perfect, but I would like for someone that is for me. I would like someone that is God fearing because honestly, when I go look for things on my own, when I go searching for things, I don't come out with what I think I may deserve. Oftentimes, I have settled because I don't want to be alone, and many of us have. We don't want to be single, so we go settle for things, or we
Why is she letting her go on this monologue and this speech? Ask some damn
stay
questions.
in relationships with people. And I'm just
What are some of the things you settled for?
being in a relationship for multiple years and not really wanting to be in a relationship, but I didn't want to be by myself. So I settled to be with somebody rather than to be alone.
So what was you dealing with? You said you didn't want to settle. So what were the things you were dealing with?
The lying, the cheating, um, I don't even I hate to call people narcissists, but the narcissistic behavior, being with somebody that never see any fault in anything that they do and it's always pointing the finger at you. I mean, and I stayed in that relationship.
Okay. All right. So deal breakers are those things, correct? All right.
Yes.
So let's move forward. What's the age range you want to date now?
Maybe 37 to
How old is she?
47. I like older men.
37 to 47. Could he have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
No.
So you don't want more kids.
No.
All right, so 37 to 47.
Mhm.
So is it fair? Okay, so all your kids, they're under the age, so they'll be living with you in the household, correct?
Yes.
Do you want a dynamic of marriage?
Yeah.
So this is something I've heard, so I want you to respond to this. What would you say to the guy that is cautious? That okay, you come with 3 children and you don't want to have any more kids. Why should I sign up for that? What would be your response?
I can have kids. Honestly, I feel like 3 is enough.
For
Am I
you, not for
enough for me?
Right.
Now, the reason why I did not tie my tubes is I kind of thought beyond me, and I kind of thought that okay, maybe I get married, my husband whomever I decide to marry may not have any kids. He may have one child, may want another. I am
answer the
open, but do
question.
I want any more? Is that something that I'm just eager to have? No.
So you prefer a guy that already has kids, basically?
Yes.
Okay. Now you said you do want to get married, right?
Yes.
What's the relationship with the child's fathers? Is everything good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you get married, it's another question I've heard. Will the guy that you marry be able to discipline your children?
Yes. To a certain extent. Not discipline.
All right, now here we go. So somebody got to sign up for kids that ain't theirs and marry you, pay majority of the bills or however y'all decide to deal with it, and then got to deal with your kids and their attitude and can only discipline them to a certain extent. I'm not saying they should be allowed to discipline them, but that is a raw deal for a man to have to walk around his own house and tiptoe around these kids that ain't his because she might decide to intervene in his discipline. She ain't even talked about that. She talking about to a certain extent. How about not at all, ma'am? Because you ain't going. If you feel like he too harsh, it's gonna be a problem. Let's just be very clear.
And see it kind of get a little.
That's why dating is so complicated for people with children. And that's a good reason why Kevin was saying to either try to work it out or go back to your ex and try to work it out. Because this is the problem. I'm not saying obviously step families work all the time. But when you dating and you think about these things, it's really not a good deal, but it does happen. It works for some people, but overall, and especially with the divorce rate, even though that's not the main reason why people get divorced, but I'm just saying.
Sticky right there because you have some people that once they want to discipline, but then they also want to overstep their boundaries when it comes to other people's kids. Like, so that's a little sticky situation, but yes, in a sense, yes.
Okay. All right. This is Emorsha.
I hate the way she say yes, by the way. Yes. It's so ghetto. It's so ghetto. God bless
Right?
her.
Yes, Emorsha.
Emorsha in Dallas, 34, makeup artist, a beauty influencer. Emorsha, does the guy have to look a certain way?
And not to mention, Dallas is supposed to, or certain them places down in Texas are supposed to be good, good ground for dating. So, you know, I don't know.
No.
No, okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, he does not. He needs to be able to take care of himself and
Okay.
be a provider.
What do you mean as a provider?
So that's a certain kind of money. What do you mean? Do you want him making? I mean, can he make $30,000 a year? He can provide for himself, but be a provider and taking care of himself. That don't translate to over to what you got going on, sis. Like, come on now.
A provider, like a man who can provide for me.
Okay, you and your kids, fair enough.
Yes, correct. Okay. And I say me because I'm a package deal. It's a package deal, so that's why I just
Package
said me.
deal,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Right.
So you gotta be a provider.
Right.
So does he have to be in Dallas?
No, I'm always somewhere.
Okay. So when you mean provider, is he paying all the bills, or will you contribute to the bills too?
I'll contribute.
You will contribute. So it's not like you're saying you gotta pay everything,
50-50?
but for the bulk of it, you want him to be a provider.
Right.
All
Oh,
right.
for the bulk.
When was your last relationship, Emorsha?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
3 years. You could say, yeah, you could say 3 years ago. I'll say 3.
Was it your child's father?
Yes.
Okay. You don't got to answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you was intimate with a guy?
It's been a while. It's been more than 6 months.
Okay, so it's been a while, more than 6 months, but not necessarily a year.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, Emorsha, why do you think you're single?
Honestly,
How far will we go to bring you the finest tasting salmon? As far as it takes. Our Alpine King salmon are born in the prestige.
woo. Honestly, I'm not the type of woman that you just can tell anything to. I'm not gullible.
Okay.
So she's single because she's not gullible. And what else?
And I am headstrong.
And strong, difficult.
And I'm not giving up no vagina. So if that's what you're looking for, then you might want to look again. Like that's what I get the most. Guys who looking for somebody to sleep with, and it's kind of a red flag for me. Like, why are you trying to spread it all around? I mean, why are you trying to give it out? So me, I'm not looking.
Why are you trying to give it out? Because men are sexual. Men want sex. So for you to act as though they are not, I mean, we're all sexual beings, but for you to act as though a man is supposed to go against his nature, I'm not saying you're supposed to give it up to everybody, but like I told my niece, men want sex. So let's not act like, well, I ain't, all they want is sex. All they want is sex. Yeah. But that's why Kevin said if you date somebody, you need to be at least physically attracted to them. Okay? And at least, at least be physically attracted to them. Cuz otherwise, what is and date with a purpose. Cuz if you asking all the right questions up front, you don't have to drag things out with a person. Okay? And I'm not saying everything is going to work out all the time and that you may not give sex away. You may, give up some sex and regret it cuz it didn't work out. Okay, well then you move on and you wait it out, you play it out and see. But just let's stop acting like that's not a natural thing for a man to want. That's all. I guess that's really the point I'm trying to make.
And a lot of guys lose interest in me. Yes, I have talked to guys. Yes, I have dated guys. And when they get to wanting to just sleep with me freely, I find something wrong with it.
Why not say to a man, and I've never done this, but the more I think about it, why when you okay, if you feel that way, which I mean is pretty accurate for the most part, why not after the first couple dates say, listen, I'm attracted to you. I'm assuming you're attracted to me. I know you're gonna want sex. Um, so what is it that you want out of a relationship? Because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you wasting my time. I'm looking to date with intention. I'm looking to get married. Maybe not to you, but I'm looking for something serious. And I think you can just kind of like, I don't know, your instinct should kick in.
Okay. So would you have sex at a relationship?
And another thing, I just don't get these women who date and they talk about how they got played and this and that or whatever, and they dated bums and this that. I When I dated, I just don't date anybody. Like I feel like the majority of my options and the guys that I dated, I mean, they were some real deal contenders. I just wasn't ready. You know, from firefighter to the homicide detective to the plain old cop to the construction worker that I met at the gas station to the UPS man to the city bus driver. All good, solid dudes. To the truck driver that drive truck out of town and own a bar in the city. Who are y'all dating? And yes, I was a serial dater, honey. So I know how it is to date. Anyway.
Relationship or just not having sex, period, right now?
But
What did you say?
I'm not having sex right now at all. I would like to practice being absent from sex. Yes.
Okay, now what is the goal to that? Is that to marriage or
Yes, it
to
is to marriage.
to
Yeah.
marriage?
Now
Okay.
she's saving
So you haven't
herself.
had sex, was like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have sex again until you get married.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Why would a
But she
guy be
just
lucky to
had
be with
sex
you?
6 months ago.
Well, I'm not gonna get
Trying
up here and
boy.
tell nobody who I am and what I got and what I'm gonna do and I'm not gonna do all of that. Honestly, they can find out for themselves. I don't like to sell dreams to anybody and tell
You
nobody what I can
do.
be and what I mean. They can get to know me for themselves and find out if I'm the perfect match for them. And I'm
Okay.
just gonna say that because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm caring, I'm loving. I mean, I'm a nurturer. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so Marsha, I want you to answer this question. I saw this in the comments. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so not giving you no pushback or anything you desire. You can do how you want to do it. But what would you say to the guy that is saying, okay, you had a baby 2 years ago, you actually have 3 kids, you didn't require marriage for those men.
She got a 2 year old.
You want me to be a provider, and you're also telling me you don't necessarily want more kids, and you don't want to have sex until we get married. What would you say to the guy that feels like that's crazy?
That's crazy.
You don't think that? I mean, you can't see how a guy can feel a way about that because you're telling him, hey, you don't want to have any more kids. You know, you have 3 kids already. You didn't require them to marry you. You want him to provide for you and your children. And you're
But
saying,
who is to say that I did not require marriage?
You didn't get
well, you
Sonia,
didn't.
maybe I just didn't get that. That's why I said I settled.
Well, you didn't
And I
require
did.
it because you had the baby. You had the kids before you were married. So
I
it's fair
did.
to say it wasn't required because required would have been you would have not had the child unless you were the wife first. So
Right.
now, but now you're saying with a new guy, these are his requirements. He has to
Yeah,
marry
because I
you.
know what I want now. Maybe I didn't know what I wanted then.
No, that's fine. I'm not listen. That's fine. But I want you to
I don't
speak
know why I
from.
can't hardly. Hold on. What did you say?
I want you to understand a guy's perspective in signing up for this.
Okay.
So the guy that is saying, okay, you're telling me I got to provide for you and your children. You're telling me that you already have 3 kids. You may not necessarily want more kids. And you're also telling me I cannot have sex with you unless I marry you. If a guy was to think that is crazy, can you not understand that or no?
I can because everybody has their own personal opinion. And if that's how they feel about it, then okay.
Okay. But you're standing by, you're not going to have sex until you get married this time.
No, because I just want to do something different.
I understand.
And honestly, I feel like maybe if I reroute the way that I'm used to doing things, then maybe I'll find something different, going another route. Because I feel like the way that I'm going, with the way that I've
Oops, sorry.
gone, haven't been the right way. So that's why I said that.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. This is Emorsha in Dallas.
Okay, let's read some of the comments. Um, Black Tie said Kendra could barely contain the annoyance on her face when she asked, "Why would a man be lucky to be with you?" The real Baba T says, "I'm 32, single, no kids, make good money, and been living the free agent lifestyle. I must admit, it does get lonely sometimes, and the urge to get into a relationship sometimes gets so tempting. When that feeling gets very strong, I come on Kendra's." I did not know he was going there. Watch a few videos, and that sets me straight. That sets me straight for a few months. Real Baba T, you is so, oh my God. That was so funny. I was not expecting that to turn like that. You are crazy. This person said this video should be used as a training for men who may consider becoming a stepdad. Exactly. This bitch said, "I got 3 kids. You can't discipline them, and you can't have sex with me." Close enough said the ending was the most telling. Even Kendra had to step back because she got so riled up. That right there is the problem. Out of all things she could have changed, she decides sex was the problem. That tells me she's carrying a lot of baggage and has done zero self reflection, especially on how she could be a better mate. She is a hard pass, fellas. Exactly. She was adamant about somebody else carrying baggage. Just sound like she got a lot of baggage herself. Um, and the fact that she didn't really well, I don't think Kendra really dives into um how she could have been a better mate anyway. So, it's never accountability on the woman's part, especially when you got 2 women who, they the whole feminism, power to the women, whatever, whatever. The insurance agent says she seemed almost offended when Kendra just restated what she expects of a brand new man to accept. And I don't know, she didn't realize that Kendra was asking for a man from a man's perspective. She said she got it, which I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. But still, insurance agent says that's a lot to ask another person who has options. You're not saying 6 figures, but you're a household of 4 and adding himself a 5. So he's going to have to make above average money. And with that age range, they have a lot of options. Being overweight doesn't help. 3 kids, 2 baby daddies isn't what? Hold on. Isn't ideal. Pay all the bills and only get some disciplinary authority. I said that. No sex till marriage. This hardworking man meeting all your demands and he still has to go to bed with a stiffy. I bet she hasn't even considered what this incredible man will want in return. It sure isn't being told what he can't do in a home he pays all the bills. Well, if he in the home paying the bills, I would hope that she said she was waiting till marriage to have sex. So by that time, he should be in the house. Good luck to that man, but I don't know him. And my Kiki, what's her name, boy? Jaleesa says, Kendra asks, why should a man take on her and her 3 kids? And I still can't believe she got a Tyler. But you got a 2-year-old. If you don't go back to that baby daddy. Okay, Kendra asks, why should a man take on her and her 3 kids? But all she did was explain why she doesn't want another kid. Why should anyone date you? Everyone who comes on should have that answer already. This person said, I need someone who doesn't have baggage because I don't have baggage. A woman with 2 baby daddies, ex-husband who wasn't good enough to have kids and 3 children. Can't make this stuff up. And again, nobody wants to call children baggage, but for lack of a better term, what else you gonna call it? I mean, shit, they not yours, they not his. So they are baggage. And again, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, But like I said, who knows what kind of attitude this child got, what kind of demeanor, behavior problems, disability. I mean, you think somebody about to come on and handle all of that and have to deal with your rules and girl, bye. Brandon Moss said, "Isn't it funny how she starts having hearing problems whenever Kendra gives her a response that she doesn't want?" I know, right? Because we heard her just fine. I'm gonna read a couple more because these are pretty good. James Jackson, you can't discipline the kids like they're yours, but she wants you to provide for the kids like they're yours. Ah, Jester Art said, "Why would a man be lucky to be with you? He just needs to find out. I don't sell dreams. I don't bring anything to the table but my kids, and I need you to provide, which means be a provider for me. Oh, and my kids. Oh, yeah, I need marriage papers before I show you my intimate." I can't even read it. Intimate side, something I never required lesser men to do. That sounds like a hell of a deal. Where do I sign up? I want to read some women. Okay, here's Renee T. The way this was said was funny to me. E. Morsha, God, that name. Whoever her mother is or whoever named her need to be smacked. He needs to be a provider. Kendra, what do you mean provider? E. Morsha, a provider, like a man who can provide for me. um, I want to try to find a couple more women. Okay, Diana. Your kids aren't baggage to you, of course, but they definitely are baggage to everyone else. Keep it moving, sis. That's what I said. That's a woman. This says, this that Dell girl. Oh, assuming it's a girl. All I know is it's hard to say no cookie when you already let someone else have the have the jar more than once. He might not want to wait because he already know you allowed others to do so. It's different when you're a virgin. At least you can say no cookie without a real issue. Amen to that, sis. Sincere Jones says she looking for a God fearing man. Yes, she has 3 kids with 2 men out of wedlock. Baby. I think all 3 of the kids is out of wedlock. From what I heard, and I could be wrong, but what it's because she edited it. On what I heard, she said she didn't have no kids by the man she married. So let's see real quick if somebody caught that. Nah. I could have swore she said she didn't have kids by the man she married, but I could be wrong. One more lady. One more. These are so freaking funny. Shay is a guy. Chandra is a girl. Let me start with the positive. Her makeup is cute and purple is my favorite color. Child, that makeup is a little bit too much. Now, come on. You have 3 children and now you want to be absent. What? Oh, abstinent. She did not spell that right. He needs to provide for your entire family, but discipline is iffy. I tried with my sisters, but this is too damn much. Okay, another lady. 2 more ladies. 2 more ladies, and that's it, I promise. Miss B said narcissist has to be the most overused word in the English language. I definitely think some people carry those traits, but it seems people use this word incorrectly often, sometimes without even knowing how to pronounce it correctly. I know, because she was like narcissist. It's narcissist, just to describe bad behavior. DJ said, like I said, they own life stories be proven KS right. Recipes KS. Okay, last female. Casey said, I can understand not doing it right the first time, but this is totally the wrong way to go about it. The man who would be doing the most for you gets the least from you. He wouldn't get children, most likely. He won't get sex until marriage. He will be paying for your 3 children and you, and he may not get to discipline them. I want women to start waking up and really understand what they are asking for. What would a man get here that he can't get better from somewhere else? This sounds like a nightmare to me. And on that note, Casey, girl, you ain't told no lies. All right, y'all. Be easy. I'm out. See you on the next video. Peace.